A full 60-second timeout. Cougar foul, 21, Lydia Andrews, her third, team foul.
And it's a 16-point lead again at 43-27. Biggest lead of the ball game now.
Cougar foul, number 10, Sydney Freeman, her third, team sixth.
Oakville to the free throw line. See if they can get some points off of this free throw. Oakville with no score. Oakville, they answered the bell. And in the first
Oak Hill foul, 33, Adriana Trexler, her second, team fifth. Rebound bucket.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers. Unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website. Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program. The foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
At Eddie Gilstrap, our customers are family. Rated in the top 6% nationwide in Ford dealers, we pride ourselves on our no-pressure environment, honesty, and integrity. Come see us today and discover why we're different. Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square. We are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Michael Long with American Family Insurance offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, which includes motorcycles, boats, ATVs, UTVs, classic and antique autos, renters, manufactured homes, rentals, along with event coverage such as weddings, golf hole-in-ones, conferences, and much, much more. He's licensed in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. For more information, look him up on Facebook to see insurance tips and to sign up for his agency giveaways. Michael Long, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Welcome to West Washington live stream. I am Brad Mills. I am surrounded by pure greatness tonight. I've got Craig Akers with me, and the man, the myth, some might say the greatest of all time to my left here, Mr. Hunter Holiday. Welcome to West Washington live stream here on the Jamie Sullivan Raymond James Financial pregame show. Make sure I say that as we are here with West Washington taking on a big conference rival here at French Lick, the Blackhawks. Craig, this is a place that we've seen a lot of battles over here the last few years between the Blackhawks and the Senators.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The Blackhawks have won this matchup 3 of the past 4 years, I believe. They got us twice last year. So it's a place that the Senators are definitely familiar with. They know, what's going on here. But the question is, can they come in tonight and produce and be able to stop the powerful running offense that the Blackhawks bring?
Craig, it's great that you bring that up. I've played on this field. We all know that it rained earlier today.
Of course.
Yeah, right? So this field has kind of got a sandy base to it. I look for the ball to get a little bit of wetness to it as we go throughout the night. I don't know if there's any showers in the area or not, but I think the ball is going to get a little bit wet, and I think we're going to see a few turnovers on both sides.
Well, it's a beautiful night here on the Jamie Sullivan Raymond James Financial pregame show as we have the coin toss here as the solid black helmets, black uniforms of the Blackhawks, and they have deferred they've won the opening kickoff. They deferred. The Senators will receive. They're going to head towards the casino. How you like that one, guys?
There you go, heading toward the casino.
Payday, baby.
Payday right there. It's Friday the 13th. The Senators are going to be trying their luck here in a place that's known for gambling. So I always say when you come here, you bet on red, you don't bet on black. So that's what they're going to try. The Senators in those white uniforms for the first time all year. Hunter, you come in playing on the road for the first time. What kind of advantage or disadvantage is that when you're in week 4 though?
I think that's a big change for these guys. They haven't really played on any other type of field. They're used to our home field. We have a little bit of a longer grass. Where Blackhawks is a little bit shorter. It's that Bermuda grass that we have, so it's a little bit slicker. I think that we're going to see a little bit of change in speed and a lot of other things as far as footing for our guys.
And you bring up speed. I'm going to mention Christian Hamilton, number 31 for the Blackhawks.
That's a good mention right there.
He is quick. If that's the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard, if you're looking for that, you want to keep him off that scoreboard.
Yes.
Because that kid can – just burn it up. Michael Turner is who he reminds me of. If you guys in Northern Illinois played for the Chargers, beat the Colts when they were undefeated there with the Chargers, that's who he reminds me of. As we're getting ready for the kickoff here, and I tell you what, Graydon McGee back for he's going to be kicking off for the Blackhawks, and here he goes from the 40. It is a high kick, and it is up there. It's going to be straight up, and it's going to be fielded there and brought up to about the 30, and that's where a whole mesh of Senators come down. And it was such a scrum, I couldn't even tell who was on it there for. It looks as if that was number 20. That looks like that is Braden Leap, who's done very good on that kind of that tough middle up guy.
Yeah, he's been targeted a lot this year. He caught a lot of balls on those kickoffs. He's actually had a few good returns as well.
And we're going to see a lot of guys get in. Xander McPheeters, look for him to be really featured tonight. I think he's somebody who's going to be a big back there at the fullback position. That is where he's at. And as you see the Senators line up, Hunt under center here on the 30. He takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to McPheeters up the middle, and he's going to get pushed right back to the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to be a 2nd and 10 for them. And we brought up this as a battle every time you're here. And I'll tell you what, even during the Bowsman era when there was the 14-game winning streak against 14 straight years, there was always a lot of close games.
Yeah.
My first year, Craig, I know you were up in the booth. I mean, it was like a ball got dropped. It was like, oh, my gosh, video during sectional play. As Hunt comes under center here for 2nd down, and he's going to be taking the snap as Dennis goes in motion. He's going to pass. He throws it off to the sidelines, and it's going to be just over the head of number 23 there, Colton Brown. I like that look. That was really
something new. We haven't seen that all year. Looked like it was a tight end release almost.
Yeah, a corner route to the outside. I like going towards our sidelines because you can sometimes do that. So as he was coming up there and kind of got off. Now you got this big 3rd down, and you've not got anything offensively. Hunter, what do you think there? Are you going to try to run just to get some yards to get it up there, or are you going to try to pass as we go real wide here, though?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be pushing some of our receivers out towards the wide side, trying to stretch them out. We know that they got some big guys in their secondary. Here he's dropping back for the pass. Ball's up.
That's going to be over the head. It looks like Amaro. I don't think that anybody was going to get that, including Christian Hamilton, who was back there. He was trying to get that, and it was amazing watching him drop back in coverage because Hayden's pretty fast.
Yeah, Hayden's pretty quick. I think this is a change for these guys. The first set of downs coming out, different field, different atmosphere. Looks like we've got a few of our fellow senators in the stands over there, kind of looking to your right instead of looking to your left all night. Is a little bit of a change for these guys.
As here's the snap, and there's going to be the kick. It does get off, and it was barely there, as Hamilton's going to be the one to pick it up. He's going to cut back there about the 42-yard line, where he is dropped by I'm going to just give that to credit to anybody in the area there.
Yeah.
Braden Leap there, once again, Mr. Special Teams. We brought him up. I can't wait to watch him wrestle, Craig. He's a great little wrestler, and you see he looks like a little wrestler out there with the football.
He's got a motor that just keeps going. You're never quite sure when he's going to stop. So you're glad here that he hears the whistle and does stop. So
as we see, and Valley's got a big line they've got this year. This is one of the things. They lost a heartbreaker last week to Paoli, a big rivalry game there in the Orange Bowl, not to be confused with where Craig's team's going to be playing.
Yeah.
Cardinals this week. We'll have to wait till we get home to do our pick'ems again. I'm always gonna pick my Cardinals as they go into the formation. I think the officials just weren't in position, or they're gonna make sure everybody's standing around. Okay, they are all kinds. The man in the white hat's giving a wave, and
looks like they can go in a shotgun formation.
Yeah.
Are they running two tight ends as well?
It kind of is. That one.
Yeah.
The guy over here is covered up, I think. Because,
yeah. Okay.
And that's going to be where the snap goes. That's going to be outside.
That's the 31 Hamilton.
He's got a lot. He's broke it to the left side. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He barrels over a Senator. He cuts back. He
ball's
dropped
on the
the
ground.
ball.
Football.
Ball's on the ground, but it came right back to him.
It's a big run for him.
And what a bounce, I think, because I don't think the Senators got it. We're trying to see, is everybody.
Yeah, no, the Blackhawks kept possession of that one.
The Blackhawks went down, but they popped right back up there. What a play. I could not believe that ball popped right up to Hamilton. Coach Jason Lowe over there, he endured this. He's a guy who was, ever since he was tall enough to walk, he's been a Springs Valley Blackhawk there. As they go into a real tight formation, there's one person out wide there, number 17, Landon Weeks.
I think they're going to run the same thing right to this side.
Yep.
Yeah, they go up the middle.
And the Senators hold that time. They do their job of kind of driving them down.
Yeah, that first play, they kind of come out, and they didn't really know what to expect. So I think that was just one of those things is trying to figure out how their offense is going to kind of roll through these plays.
And one thing I will say that I've known Springs Valley, they rotate a lot of linemen in, as we just saw there, number 50 coming in for them. They have gotten guys in and out, so they got the ability to stay fresh on there, which is huge. As they're going to go under center here. Actually, it's going to still be in the shotgun. Here comes the snap. It's going to be the handoff, and that's going to be up the middle, and he is just still moving. Stopped right at about the 5 where Morrow brings him down.
Yeah, Morrow was the first one there, but Hamilton still picks up about 3 yards on that run to get it right to the 5.
Yeah.
We all sit here and we look at this. We were talking about how he's kind of one of the fastest guys. He's going to definitely hit hard. He's not the tallest, so this is one of those things is who can get lower.
Yes, and the low man wins a lot of times, especially when you talk about on a sandy-based field where it gets a little there. As we come up here, and the centers are really strong to the right side defensively. That left side is wide open there. And it's going to be run to the right side. They called the right defense, but I don't think that's going to be enough to stop them, as it looks like
that's a touchdown.
It's going to be a touchdown by Hamilton. He's out from 5 yards. And so just like that, with only a few minutes into this quarter, the Blackhawks are up 6-0. And that's where we talk about when it seems like the past few years the Blackhawks have had the Senators' number, but they've really done a good job of just kind of driving there as we look, as they're going to be taking the kick here, and that's going to be we talked about earlier, which was Graydon McGee. As he takes the kick, it is going to be up, and it is a beauty, and it's going to be good. So that's where they'll stop. So you are listening to West Washington Livestream here on WWSR. We're going to slide away for some commercials, Craig.
Yep.
She said Welcome back to Springs Valley High School here on West Washington live stream WWSR as we are watching the Senators. They're down 7-0 here early in the first quarter. We saw a big drive there, and it was exactly what we thought with Christian Hamilton running the ball a lot, wasn't it, Hunter?
Yeah, it was. You know, one of the things that I noticed is they're going towards that wing side almost every time. So that's probably why our defense was set up that direction.
McGee takes a kickoff here, and it's going to be fielded at about the 20 by Leap. He's going to bring it up. He's got it to the 25. He's got a little bit of room. He's got a seam. He's going to bring it down to about the 35. Great return right there for him. About 15 yards on that. It was good. Great. He found a little seam and just kind of got behind a couple centers there.
I think if he would have took that cut to the right that he looked at it. You seen him look at it. He was like, but I see open field in front of me too. He just kind of was, which way do I go here?
Trekker Suvak kind of helped propel that because he hit his guy in front of him, and then he just kind of went off his butt, and you kind of go there as Hunt drops back into under the center there as he's got McFeeters in the background. I believe that is Brown and Morrow to his right. There's going to be the pitch outside to McFeeters. He's got to cut it upfield. He's got one tackle broke. But, man, I tell you what, he makes the cutback, and what happens right as the cutback happens, he gets hit and gets dropped, and that'll be second down. So the Senators really haven't gained a yard of offense yet, and that's something that is kind of getting us – we don't want that.
Yeah, I think it was hard for him to make that corner, and he got grabbed by that shoulder pad. I think he may have got a yard or two out of that if he would have been able to dodge that one tackle. But I don't know if it would have
that's where you got to learn varsity
down.
football.
Yeah.
You got to get what you can get.
Yes.
And then get it as Hunt comes under center here. And Dennis in motion is going to be a quick handoff up the middle. And McFeeters.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, and I don't know that he might have gotten pulled down by something that was illegal there. It did not look good.
He's not sure what happened.
We all have children in the booth. It's kind of like when you grab your kid out of bed in the morning when they won't listen. You just kind of grab them and they go. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And it is going to be. So that was a call that I did not understand.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It looked like as if
against the Senators, though.
It was against the Senators. He took both hands and slammed him towards the ground. So that is going to be a huge penalty, and that's something the Senators don't want.
Yeah, it almost looked like intentional grounding, but that can't happen.
That can't happen when you're sitting there. So the Senators are going to be pushed.
Chop block.
Thank you.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
He did it again. That's the only way I was able to get it.
We're so far away from the field here. We really have trouble kind of seeing the actual call. So there we go. So everybody just kind of looks like a little bunch of white dots on a screen to me right here as they come up. And Hunt is under center. He's going to take the snap.
Stack to the left side here.
Yep. And that. Oh, man. That's right there as it goes. And that's going to be off the side. And once again, the Senators just got nothing there. And McFeeters, that's where we're looking as the Senators are struggling early on. And this is a place where we've seen, turnover. Craig, we finished our season here last year. Yes, last year.
Yeah.
And actually the past 2 years.
Correct.
The Senators have ended here, unfortunately. And it's been kind of some games where they've had to kind of not really want to you have in your highlight film.
We went early in the year, and I believe it was 42-0, and then came back sectional, and it was 28-7, I think.
Yeah.
So
it looked like maybe one of the Senators on the old line there missed a block. They had a outside linebacker come in on a blitz, and there was a double team on the left-hand side, but he was able to just shoot that gap.
And the Senators run up real quick there. That's why I thank you, Hunter, for getting that. We were talking, and no longer in that, they ran up and ran the play. Feeders went, and it just didn't go anywhere. And so this is going to be fourth down. So once again, they're back, and this is a different look. Notice they put 3 personal protectors there. He is super deep.
Yeah.
I've not seen this formation out of us all year as they go. It's going to be a big kick, and that is going to get there. It's going to get picked up right there, and he's going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles.
Still hanging on.
Third man there finally gets him and brings him down.
Somebody had a hold of him there, and we saw that. You kind of went for one of those, okey doke rides there.
Yeah.
Is it rodeo season still, boys? I don't know. I'm not.
Oh yeah, it's still rodeo season. We're good.
Yep.
We're good all the way till about mid-October.
That's what my friend who lives in the Florida Panhandle. I didn't realize this, boys, but did you know rodeos are really big there in the Florida Panhandle?
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I was.
Yeah. Did you not know that Gainesville is the capital for quarter horses?
I did not know that.
Yep.
You learn something new every day.
Yep.
Yeah. As we go up here, we're going to have to just make a big stop. The ball is going to be on the 45-yard line. Ooh,
there it is.
There it is. They went on a hard count, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they got us.
You know, I think that's the first hard count that we've jumped on all year.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a good one. I love going on a hard count on first down because, I mean, if all else, you tell your line, you just don't move.
Yeah, don't move.
Don't move. And then I'll yell, check, 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 and go from there. I don't know if a lot of people, if you do get to watch a lot of the NFL, it's so cool now you see on the field of what they're doing is Blackhawks are going to have a 1st and 5 here from the 40. They're up close. Oh, they about went off. How did that? Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, there we go. That one's going to come back.
That left end was
Well, let's do first down again here. 3 times in a row?
Yeah, he was halfway to home plate over there on the baseball field before they snapped that ball, and they're going to just go right back. Craig, I don't know what it is about this field. Every time we play here.
It just doesn't work for us.
I don't care. Even in wins, it seems like there's so many penalties. I will never remember there was a 1st and 68.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh, my lands.
Yeah.
It was 1st and forever.
1st and forever we had that year.
I mean, that's more than Camelsburg.
Yeah.
That's like Bedford.
As they're going to just kind of run it, and it goes nowhere. So, hey.
He's brought back down the line. That was a good play by Senator's defense there.
Yeah, you look as a whole crew of them come up there. I mean, and that's what you see. Tyler Miller, a guy that I'm going to have to call a lot tonight, I really feel like. And when Tyler Miller has a good game, our defense, number 32, our linebacker play just has to be key for us here. As the Blackhawks are going to line up,
they're
going to go
quick.
Yes,
that's what they're.
See some Senators moving here. Looks like we're strengthening up to the strong side of the field.
Twins to the right. It's going to be a
a
halfback pass. Oh, yeah, nope.
Oh,
sorry.
there's a flag on the field. Comes in late.
Number 22 there, Blake Buchanan. He rolled out the junior, and somebody I think on the other side I think is what it got him. Is we're going to have all kinds of laundry.
What's he going to call this?
I think it was a false start, is what I saw there. And so they're going to move it back again as he moves the flag and holding. Okay, there we go. We got the definitive. I saw the roll in there and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden he decides to do it for us again. Show us something different. So the Senators here, and I tell you what, as we're in the late here in the first quarter, there's been a lot of action already as the Blackhawks are going to have second and a long ways.
We ran 6 plays, but we're only on second down.
Yeah, as that's going to be a nice zone read there to the outside. It's going to be brought up in a little jet motion. Number 42 for him. That's going to be Augie Perkheiser. And if you're going to be playing Springs Valley, there's always going to be a little guy wearing number 42 with a cool last name. So that's all I know. They used to all look
Actually, I think I work with Augie's brother.
They all used to have the Tim Riggins Friday Night Lights look for the first 8 years I was here, and I thought it was the same guy. They must be something they have.
It's a pretty big family.
There you go. As they're going to go under, and we're on third down finally. As we see, we're going to have a roll to the left. It's going to be a quick pitch out there. That's going to be complete.
Patch.
Yep, and that's going to be broken. He's going to dive forward there for the first down. I was trying to get a number on that for us.
Hayden Morrow, I think.
On the
20.
Yeah, the receiver there. It looks like number 33 for the Blackhawks there, or 32. I'm going to say that's Ken Jones there, 33. A big body himself. He is 6'2", 183, the junior. I know Coach John Bowles probably likes him on the basketball floor. Johnny B played some JV baseball for me at Crawford County, so he's over there for the Blackhawks. And that
a little bit of a different formation they're setting up in here.
I'd say this is where we're going to see a quick run, and it's going to be by the quarterback. And he gets held up right there, and great play.
It's a great tackle on that play as well.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say is I would like to have seen Rolando Brookover just keep hitting somebody because he was right there. And you don't want to do anything dirty or like that, but, man, if I see somebody holding up somebody, I'm going to take a free shot.
Yeah.
We're going to have a second down and long, and they bring in number 33 there. Once again, Ken Jones, he is a tall – Keaton, sorry, let me say that wrong. He's a very tall boys. They're going to sit here and try this. Man, look at this formation. We got everybody. Alex Williams sliding to the outside, and coach is going to want a timeout. I knew, Hunter, that we had that. It was going to be a timeout somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a timeout for us here on West Washington Livestream and WWSR. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We're going to be back in just a minute. welcome back to West Washington Livestream. We've only got 49.7 seconds left here in the first quarter, as this one has flown by. Unfortunately, not flown by in the right direction for the Senators, as they've already down 7-0 here on that Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard. They're going to be taking – the Blackhawks are going to be taking a snap there. I believe that's the 30 they're on there.
Yeah, just inside at about the 26.
And that's going to be an inside run. And he's going to break free. He's got one more, and that, again, that's the guy, Christian Hamilton. We brought his name up a lot. Man, he makes some good cuts, and like you say, you got to stay low. I think if somebody stays low there, they get him.
Yeah. You know, they've had some really, really good running backs over the years. I mean, all of them have kind of been that bowling ball style.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get lower than them, and a lot of times those guys have giant thighs, and it's hard to get your arms around them. So it's one of those things that you got to just hang on, even if you can get a hold of one leg.
4:47 left. I apologize. I looked at my wrong number there.
Well, it updated, so.
Yeah. I look as I'm trying to get is we have a whole – you talk about bowling ball. That was what happened there, and that was like the first roll when you knock all the pins down. That's kind of what happened there. Now, thankfully, there was a couple still standing, so the Senators are going to have a second and goal here for the Blackhawks. That's going to be about – it looks like the 6-yard line for them. So there's going to be the next snap coming up here in just a second, and he's going to be going up the middle. And it's going to be short there. As we're looking, and there's going to be
he's just short, almost gets in, but not quite.
Yeah. Again, they're just a couple plays that they're just going short there as they're going to go again, and they're going to bring it back up, and they're going to be running some guys in and out. That's the thing when you play Springs Valley, you'll watch them. They run so many guys in and out of plays over and over again, as we have. Man, I tell you what, and that's just another we talk about. It's just back and forth there. They're getting the benefit of the Tom Brady, reset the play clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
As they finally get set. Man, I tell you what, that play it was like a little blind spot for a second.
There he gets in, walks in finally.
Yes, that's going to be another score there.
The Senators are stacked pretty heavy on this left side with this wing again.
Yeah, it's just
there comes the play.
There it is. Like we said on the replay, looking at it, he walks in after all that hoopla. That's what happens. They're going to be bringing it out, and they're going to be kicking again here.
Christian Hamilton
has just got 2 touchdowns. As once again we look at McGee coming on, he's going to be taking his kick, and we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a leg on him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be all right. Here is the snap. The kick is down. It is up. And good, I believe. Yes. I had to wait for the initial
signal there to see it.
With 3:05 left here on the West Washington WWSR simulcast, as we have it here, as we say, the Senators are down 14-0 Springs Valley. We'll be right back after a quick message from one of our sponsors. Watching live stream here on WWSR, live from the house that Larry Bird built over here in French Lick, Indiana, as Senators down 14-0. There's the quick kick. That one's going to be the sidelines. That's going to be Leap again. He's going to pick it up there about the 20. He's going to cut to the inside.
Looks like he breaks the tackle.
He does, and he's going to be hit, and a great hit right there. I know Hunter's calling for the late hit out of bounds, but Hunter, I'm going to tell you, I think he got hit inbounds and then got pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one of those things that it's kind of, if there was a guy there that was right on top of it, they may have called it, but possibly not.
And that's on the Springs Valley sidelines. You might get that call when it's on yours. Coach Lowry would definitely be on that official over there. I was trying to see if we had the same officials. I don't know who. It's funny each week. You never know who you have. So right here we go is Gavin Hunt under center. He's going to be looking to try to kind of get a first down or anything, as we're going to have a cutback quick. He's going to keep it himself. It was a good keep. And, the Blackhawks stay down there. Number 4 there for him, Braden Kovas. I hope I say that, Kovas. Kind of keeps him right there to where you can't move
Yeah, you know, man, it looks like they're sending the full house every time.
Well, I mean, you kind of do because you don't respect what's the game that you've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, that was the linebacker that made that tackle, like at the line of scrimmage. You don't normally see that, especially with the Lowry offense that we typically run with that misdirection. I mean, they're blitzing.
And that may be where we try to go on a silent count or a hard count there is Hunt's going to drop back to pass. He's got some time. He throws it up in the air. It's over the middle. And that ball is going to be picked off right there in the middle, off the hands of the center's receiver. It's brought to the 40, to the 35, the 50, the 35, the 40. And right there, number 17, Landon Weeks is dropped down. He hasn't got a lot of chances on the offensive end to catch a ball as a wide receiver, but he catches one there on defense. And so
I think the intended receiver there was number 23 for us.
That is Colton Brown there, and we've talked about mixing him in a lot, and we've seen him on some different routes there. Maybe they saw that because Morrow was covered by Chamberlain there.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of one of those things. I'm surprised we didn't really go towards Morrow that time. I know the first few plays that we threw in the air last week were towards Morrow, and then they covered him up really heavy, and then we kind of bounce the ball back and forth a little bit.
And just like that, 2:07 here left on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard. The Centers are down 14-0. This ball is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 40 as they are going to be taking a timeout now. Coach Lowe did not like what he saw. And they were getting ready to look like a penalty of sorts as they did not know what was going on. And they're going to be bringing that back out. We're going to stay here as we talk about this. Hunter, I want to tell you this is one thing we see. When you get in a game like this where you've had that big turnover, if you've had two non-existent drives, what is your defense thinking right there right now?
You know, the defense, obviously these guys are getting wore down. They're playing, it's almost like nonstop football.
And you're like, can you do something?
Give us a breather, you know, like you're getting through 2 downs and then we're back on the field. It's one of those things that's kind of dragging out, but this is where you hear the saying defense wins championships.
Oh, yeah.
This is where they kind of get to play that diversity that they're going to play in sectional time.
And I think Craig will agree, 2019, that first win at Springs Valley was a 20-0. Defense won that game. There was not a lot of offense in that game.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
I mean, that was Harrison Sanford, I think, bringing back a pick six, or Chase Farmer.
Yeah.
It was a huge play there, and it was an ugly game. But you know, you win like that, and sometimes you do. And last time that the Centers won here in French Lick, it was a game like that.
It was back and forth.
Yeah. And they didn't give up, and they won the turnover battle. And so, unfortunately, we're down right now in that as the Blackhawks are going to be taking it, and they're in a much more controlled formation here, and that is going to be handed off to number 31. That's Chamberlain again. He's out to the outside. He's going to be dragged down. It seems like if we he out to the way out to the outside is not very good, but you get him in the 4 and 6.
You're exactly right. You keep him inside the tight ends that they're setting out there, and you're able to stop him.
Well, I think a lot of that's because he's so fast.
Yes.
It's hard to match that speed. I think it was 2017 or 2016. They had another running back. His name's O'Brien Selby.
Oh, Shelby O'Brien, yes.
Yeah.
We'll have a story about Shelby later in this game. Don't worry. All right, as number 22 there, I'm trying to give Blake Buchanan. He's a great quarterback there because he's managing this game well as he hands off to Chamberlain up the middle and do that. Hey, speaking of rain in Springs Valley, I always tell this story, and if anybody here. I had like a 15-game personal losing streak, and I ended it on this field in junior high in the middle of a thing, and O'Brien was the running back for him.
Yep.
O'Brien had 34 points. We had 36. And
I better not tell my story.
I won't either then. So we held off. We held him off. It's 58 seconds left there on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard is ticking down, and the 3rd and 2 here for the Blackhawks, and they've just never had a short field. They've had that 1 with 2 penalties. That's going to be snapped, and he's going to go right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
And he is met by number Wyatt Wallace.
Yeah, Wyatt Wallace.
And Alex Williams they're going to stop the clock there because it's going to be a 1st down. So move the chains just enough there. As I thought, I didn't know what was going on. As the officials they were like waving the white flag,
but moving the clock.
Now they are, yeah. So.
Probably one more play here before the quarter break. Senators late to get set. Hamilton already back there ready to snap the ball.
Yeah, he is. When you're like
Sorry,
that,
Buchanan ready to snap the ball. Hamilton
Oh, he should have just tackled him.
Man, number 54 there for us.
That's deep.
Ball's up.
Goes out of the back of the end zone.
Man, Jack Armstrong had a Christmas gift right there in front of him, wrapped with his name on it, and it said to Jack from the Blackhawks, and he could not cash in on it. I think it kind of surprised him.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things like, oh, he's going to throw it before I get to him.
Well, Hunter, if I'm correct, when you see that, when you get a free release like that or something, it's probably because it's a screen.
Well, and one of the things that Jack may have been thinking about is if I hit him, I might get roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Because he's still in the pocket.
Hudson Kress over there on the left side, he's kind of been – oh, they're going to run away from him.
They're going to run that same screen.
Yep, to outside. This is where they're going to
There's
drop
the
it off.
flip over the top.
There it is.
Flip it, and flippity-floppity, it's going to be
He
actually a
steps
little further back.
out, yeah.
Steps out there.
That's one of those plays that if you take him all the way to the sideline and you just start dropping back, try to get him to step across that line and make that play, you're going to draw that flag.
Yeah, that was a great, little flip over the top to Jones there.
He's an athlete. You get him the ball, and he is going to get some
Yeah.
yards. And fortunately for us, he stepped out real quick. And it's almost like something you would create on Madden. There was a
Yes.
do you remember
Yep.
the glitch in Madden for a couple of years?
Yep.
You could do
The
it.
shovel pass. Yeah.
And it was like
Well, the officials are now talking about it. They're not so sure that he was not
he was
across
still
the line.
behind the line.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was still behind the line. Now, I will say, if he stepped out of bounds before he re-entered, that's a little bit of a different play there. I'm
Yeah.
sure Coach Lauer,
Yes,
he's
because
standing
then
right there next to
there should have been a hat on the ground, and
Correct.
Cordell Stewartish there for you Buffalo Bills fans. My friend Dwayne will argue that up and down that they should have never lost to Cordell Stewart in the 1995 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, you see Coach Lauer.
Oh, there's the flag.
There's the flag.
All right.
Let's see what they call it here.
Let's see. So, and that may be who had the.
Let's see it going
yeah,
back.
it's going back. So
Let's see what he calls
the
it
jump
here.
in the white hat has been in no hurry tonight to make any calls.
Looks like they're talking to some Valley Blackhawks there.
So they're going to move it back. So it's going to be a third. And this first quarter, I jinxed us earlier saying it was going by, and it is slowing up for us. And that would be right there. Yep, there we go.
Okay, well, that fell into the Senators' hands
Yeah,
there.
that's a good one for the Senators.
Yeah. So finally, ineligible receiver. Yeah.
Yep.
So here we go. They're going to be. I tell you what, Jack Armstrong there on the left side. He has to be able to, when they cut back this way, to make that play.
This is going to be one of those things. If they're running that
Uh-huh.
ball this way and that power, that ISO that they're
Yeah.
trying to run, Jack is getting doubled, if not triple teamed right here, and then it's up to the DBs and the safeties to step up and make that play.
Yep.
And Valley has a great run for a few years here of some really good athletes, and it's something that you see. They have some big size, and they're able to kind of, you find a back that can just exploit that behind any big line. As Chamberlain's going to go, he's going to get the ball at the outside there, but he's going to cut it back.
Well, he's got a wall.
He's got a wall of blockers over there.
And
That's
he has
30,
drug down Tyler Miller.
Yeah,
Great.
32. Tyler Miller comes in and drags him down. That's going to end the first quarter of play.
And that's going to be 14-0. And the Blackhawks are going to be knocking on another one, unfortunately, here. And so
I believe that's still under a first down. I think we're on fourth down here,
Yeah,
aren't we?
so we'll be fourth. So that'll be something for us to think about there. If you are looking to advertise here with West Washington Livestream and WWSR, make sure you contact our athletic director, Darren Russell, or Mr. Akers. Let's go ahead and just bother Darren. We're busy during the day. Darren's not doing anything. Let us know. You can go Russell D at wwcs.k12.in.us, and you can get him. And thank you to all of our – you want to rattle off all of ours?
Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, Jamie Sullivan with our pregame show, Washington County Community Foundation with our halftime show, Busick Mechanical Services with our post-game show, Ryan Batt with United Producers, Gilstrap Motors there in Salem, Lynx Clothing and Shoes, Michael Long with American Family, the Washington County Substance Abuse Council, and our first down sponsor, which we haven't gotten too many of in this first quarter of play, Aaron Shockey with Farm Bureau Insurance. So, it's one of those, great for all of them being able to donate to our program and allowing us to bring you these games, that allow you to be at home and watch them. I know tonight is a little different than normal, that we're going out on our YouTube channel instead of the IHSAA, but you can still see the game there on IHSAA TV. just a little different setup tonight.
Yeah, you know, Craig, we're standing here watching. I see a lot of Blackhawks with their helmets off.
They don't go very deep.
Coach well, you know, they're standing in this huddle over here. If they start the clock, those 3-4 players standing there have to come off the field.
Yeah, they don't go very deep, and they don't get a whole lot of guys onto the field in that varsity, action. They stay pretty close to their. They've got, I think, 5 guys that go both ways. So. Pretty tight for them on that.
Looks like they're getting their play from the coach there. Make sure everybody's on the same page. I look for a pass out here on this wide side of the field. Looks like they're going to stack them pretty heavy over here.
They've done a really good job of disguising that run. They set it up, like a pass just like this. You know, they've got wide receivers out here, but then they bring that back from that side and bring them.
Yeah, you got to watch where they set that wing. Wherever they set that wing, they're going to take it, and they're probably going to run it towards that, but you always got to be ready for the pass out here as well. He's going to drop back for a pass. Ball's
up in the air. I believe
Looks like it's going to be caught.
Yeah, I believe that's Jones
that
caught that one. I can't see the number on him.
20. Is that 23? Is that Jones?
I can't tell. Is it 33 maybe? Yep, 33 is Jones. That was him with that touchdown. So great catch there by him. That moves the lead out to 20.
See if they can get it turned over to 21 here.
Yeah, kicker into the game.
You know, that was one of the things that Senators' defense there. It was one man against 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it was high point the ball, you know, and hopefully you come down with it or you can bat it down.
And it came right to him, and Jones makes the play as McGee's going to be kicking it. Snap is down.
Ooh, almost blocked.
Almost,
that
but it's
up and good. 21-0. Blackhawks out ahead here. We're going to jump away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Welcome back to West Washington Livestream here on WWSR. Simulcast tonight on YouTube, I heard. We got
that.
So, hey, there we go. Get some of that YouTube royalties there. Jake Paul, there we go. Coming for you as the kick goes up by McGee. And this one's going to be a little bit more towards the middle, and that's going to be filled. I'm unsure. I don't know if that was – I was actually Tyler Miller there.
Yeah, Tyler Miller falls on it.
Yeah, it kind of has to – he kind of gets a couple yards there, and that's where we're going to start about 35. I want to see us get to the other side of the 50.
50, yeah. I was going to say
like we just said, we haven't had a first down yet.
Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance, first down. Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance, first down. Aaron, you listen to our game.
He's at Salem right now, I guarantee.
And so, Aaron, I'm saying your name. If Farm Bureau Insurance, if you're looking for somebody really good there, Aaron is your man. As we go up here and as Gavin Hunt's looking, and we're just really trying to find something. That's where you go with
kind of find the groove.
Yeah.
You know? What's going to work? Here we go. We're dropping back for a pass.
I like it. It's over the middle to Brown. Brown's got it. He's 35, the 40. He's going to cut out the left side. He's going to be
still up,
still moving. He's shaking.
He's some blocks here.
And he's going to be brought down to the 35 there.
Well, we're on the other side of the 50. That's great.
There we go. That's our first down.
Yeah, first Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance, first down. Tell you what a comeback there. He kind of had it and got some extra yards. And
you know, I always love that play right there when you split the 2 high safeties and you make them pick who's going to cover that guy, and you get the ball to him beforehand, and then it's an open field tackle at that point.
So we needed that. That was a good breath. That's a fresh air. And that's the way to start your second quarter there if you're going to do anything. So if you got it, it's one of those things you kind of get. It's like you got to get over that as McFeeters is in the backfield. In motion goes Miller. It's going to be another pass. And he's going to have Miller cuts down the guy in front of him. He's going to roll.
There's going to be flags all over the place on that.
The ball's
pass
caught.
Is complete.
Looks like he's going to get past the first down.
He's going to be to the 20.
Just where that's thrown, that looks like a hold to me. That looks like that's coming back.
Well, if you heard my call, I said somebody cut somebody down. So
For those of you who are just listening to us on radio, that's what it was. It's going to be a hold, unfortunately. But I like it. Hey, A, I like the play call, and B, I do like how it came. It just didn't come at the right place.
Yeah. Senators do trail here 21-0 as we start the second quarter play. 11:09 here to go in the second.
11:09, and it's just like it looks as if every time the Senators have gotten something going, it's just like we've kind of pushed ourselves back. And I know that's where you go with a young.
That 50, it's almost like it's got a magnet on it tonight.
It's almost like something Wile E. Coyote would have bought from Acme. There, just keeps bringing us back as Hunt takes the snap. It's going to be, oh man, that ball. It gets in there. Okay,
he's got a hold of it, but
that Hunt juked me out of it because I was watching him because I don't know if Isaiah Dennis went the right way there.
You know, that's one of those things that we talked about last week is he has to ride with that transfer of that ball. That's one of the things that these running backs and this quarterback are starting to develop, especially being some younger guys, to figure out how to kind of ride that out and be able to pull it.
I really want to just sit down and have Coach Lowry teach me football because it's so fun watching him. He's so enthusiastic and this he's up and running and it's like you look at those little things. It's the little things we talk about. It makes the big difference here. Is Hunt's going to go under center. He's looking for anything there to go. Is he going to hand it off the middle?
And as soon as it's handed off, he gets hit.
Got hands on him already.
Yeah, that's something we're seeing, and I know that's where Houchin, that's where Hart. You cannot get beat off of there, and you got to fight it. 62. Clooney's playing offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Who do they have on their front?
Yeah,
75.
73. I mean, they've got some big boys. I mean, we saw the left end there, Craig, come across and make a tackle up the middle.
Well, and he was in the backfield before it was really even started. So
that's their number 75 is Parker Chaplin. Big dude. I mean, especially paired up on the line there.
As that ball
goes to the first guy through, which I believe was McFeeters again.
Yeah, and I mean, to Xander's credit, he's a freshman.
Yes,
and he's coming through hard. I know that trying to find a spot somewhere, something to do.
Yeah.
And
he's running really hard. It's just they're getting him before he gets even to the line.
And that's where you can't set up anything offensively there. As we go to fourth down, this is going to be a punt.
Kick this one away.
Another punt for the Senators. However, Hunt has done a great job with it. I can't lie there. He's done a really good job.
A really good job punting the ball this year. I will say that.
Looks like Jones is all the way back on the goal line. So
yeah, they must have watched film, and they're going to call the play dead here.
Yeah, that came way down at the end of the field. So I don't know.
I see the flag.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a signal yet from the official.
Got the man back here in the white hat.
Well, we're going to back it up. Maybe a delay a game.
I told you that 50, it's got a magnet on it.
Delay a game. So Senators going to back up 5 on this one before they kick it away. They're making a 4th and 21. They're still going to kick it, so. Hunt.
Snaps a little high.
Drives
still gets
that one.
The ball off.
Yep, that's a good kick by him. Lands at about the 20, but then rolls back to the 24 before it is stopped there by the Senators.
Yeah. Well, here we go. They're going to bring a lot more of Blackhawks back out. Looks like they're getting some fresh guys out there.
Yeah.
The Senators kind of bringing their same group back out. I know these guys are starting to get pretty tired kind of towards, the beginning of this game. They got hit in the mouth twice with 2 touchdowns right off the get-go, and then they kind of made the Blackhawks fight for the back half of that next touchdown to follow up to 21-0 here. Looks like they're going to go to snap, and ball's handed off up the middle here.
Yeah, that was Hamilton up the middle again.
55. That's Wyatt Wallace.
Yeah, on that tackle. So.
Yeah. Man, I'll say that they're kind of slow to the ball tonight. It's kind of been one of those things is everybody's kind of taking their sweet time. I mean, it's kind of throwing our guys off a little bit. They've been always rushed to the ball this year. So it looks like they're going to go under.
They're still in that shotgun. Handed off to Hamilton again.
Looks like that's going to be about a gain of 5.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to put him
right at it. Maybe a foot short of the first down there. 8:10 left to go here in the first half.
And they're bringing 2 fresh guys in, 2 fresh guys out. You know, I think that's one of those things that they're changing personnel per each play.
Yep. Because you saw Hamilton come out.
Yeah. So this is one of those things you look for them to run a sweep out this way again. There it is. They're running a power right up the middle.
There's a first down for the Blackhawks.
So that's going to be brought down again by Wyatt Wallace.
Was that 42 with that?
I
Augie
believe so.
Perkaiser?
Yep.
So first down run for him. He needed a foot, got about 9 yards. So
yeah. Well, they're moving the chains here. Looks like we got about 7 minutes and almost 40 seconds to go in the first half here. Senators trailing 21-0. We got a 1st and 10. Looks like we're on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a snap. It's a little bit of a low snap. Running that same power to the left-hand side. Looks like it's going to take about 3 Senators to bring him down,
yeah,
though.
I believe that's Perkaiser again. He got
Yep,
12
he
yards
was.
on that for another Springs Valley first down. So Senators got to do something to stop that power up the middle, and every time they do, the Blackhawks just bring back in Christian Hamilton.
It's exactly a 10-yard carry, Craig.
So Hamilton back in. I'm guessing we're probably going to get him this time.
Yep.
So
yeah, I think this is one of those things where they're going to keep. Here they are. They're stacking them up tight. Here comes that power to the left-hand side. Just going to turn and hand him the ball. He sent it to the right-hand side.
yeah, there we go. He breaks
bit of a
2
misdirection
tackles. That's
there.
still Perkaiser running up. He's going to get 14 on that one. So this has been a Augie Perkaiser run fest here for the Blackhawks. He's got about 40 yards on his past 3 carries.
Looks like they're pulling him out there, subbing him out for number 2.
Elijah Dickey.
Man, they're going to let everybody touch the ball tonight.
Yeah. So Blackhawks backup set Christian Hamilton beside Buchanan in the backfield.
There
that
it
one
is.
goes to
Handoff
Hamilton. Hamilton reads where his blockers are, and he gains about 6 on that carry.
And I will say they're doing the Blackhawks are doing a fabulous job on executing their blocks against the Senators.
Yeah, they
tonight.
just keep mixing it up. So
and you know, here's the thing is that they're running out of that shotgun, so you know the linebackers can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's just they can't get around their guys to make
to
that
make a
play.
stop. That's
Yeah.
the thing. The Senators have to find somewhere to make a stop.
There's a handoff again.
Off to Hamilton. Hamilton gets outside. He's going to go into the end zone on that one. Move that score up to 27-0.
Yeah, you know, that was one of those things that Hayden Morrow was trying to get there for the tackle, but he wasn't able to match him for speed.
Yeah.
And that's Hamilton. That's what you see an all-conference player. They're probably the best, speed in the conference.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
somebody
he can just flat out outrun somebody. So.
And, that's what last week, there was a the final score between Paoli and Valley was a little bit more exaggerated than what it was.
Yeah, it was tied in the third.
Yes.
And then Paoli was able to kind of stretch it out.
Yeah, step away with that lead. Ball rolled there for a second.
Ooh, yeah.
That one up and good. Makes it 28-0.
Hey, sometimes you're good, you're good, you're lucky, and lucky you're good.
We're gonna step aside and have a commercial break from Gilstrap Motors. We'll be back in just a moment.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
Welcome back to West Washington Livestream here on WWSR. We were talking during the break about how that drive kind of was kind of the same with Hamilton, but Perkaiser getting involved in a lot with that 100. Do you sometimes see that? You get your, after you've established, you get another guy in there just to take some tread off of the guy who's been going all night?
I mean, I look for them to kind of go both ways tonight. I mean, Perkaiser, I think he carried the ball for almost 45 yards in 3 different plays.
Wow.
That was a great plays. I mean, everything was executed very well by him. It took 2 or 3 Senators. I think Wyatt Wallace was in on 2 of those tackles. And as you can see, is they're bringing a lot of fresh guys in.
Yeah.
They did that last go around. They did it every play with their offense to where I think everybody's going to be able to kind of get some playing time tonight. And that's key. I mean, we got our guys, especially against our defenses, when you're able to bring in fresh guys, our guys are out there, and they seem like they've been out there all night long. So they're starting to wear down.
As the kick goes up, it gets brought up to the 35, and that's where the centers will start. Hunter, center there on the 35. It's going to be a quick snap. It looks like it's going to go up the middle McFeeters. He's going to be drugged forward that time.
Yeah, gained about 3 on that one.
Lucked out that they kind of pulled him forward there. Number 68 for the Blackhawks, kind of dragging him down there in the wrong direction.
You know, we talked about the Blackhawks, how, Christian Hamilton, probably their number 1 back then, Augie Perkeiser probably 2, but we haven't seen Noah Allstott yet. He's their 3rd option, and he had quite a few yards against Paoli. So they kind of have that 3-back set there.
And this is the first time their defense is
They're
looking confused on the field. And so this is going to be a pass. It's going to be a deep chuck.
Ball's up.
It's going to be picked
intercepted.
off right there at the 50, brought up to the 45. It's going to be brought down right there at the 44-yard line. I believe that's Hamilton on the pick.
Yeah, McFeeters brings Hamilton down.
And the only thing I have against that, I don't think that Gavin, he could have thrown that away. And then,
he had a lot of guys in his face. That ball, I'm not really sure if it was tipped or if it was just a duck play where he got hit. It was just one of those things. I think he got a little nervous. And you see all those big black guys, the black jerseys and stuff in front of you. It's one of those things. It's a little intimidating.
It is.
I mean, as you see, our guys have been chop blocking. I mean, it's one of those things. Is they're not used to seeing the bigger guys in front of him, especially learning how to sit in that pocket.
There's Hamilton. He gets out to the
He's
edge.
Going to be gone. That's going to be a 44-yard touchdown. He goes untouched in there, and that will take this score up to 34-0 here with 4:53 left in the second quarter there, and the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard not in the favor of the Senators.
Yeah,
right now
it's been all Blackhawks tonight. Senators just don't have an answer.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching, and I was watching our secondary. As he took off, they slowed down.
And that's not what you want to see, especially in the first half. You don't want to see that. And, fast, when somebody's fast like that, they always look fast.
They look faster when you slow down.
And they look faster when you slow down. And, that's where you have to have that gut check, take your pursuit angles as the kick is up. And that one looked a little wobblier.
Yeah, but
it's still good. Wow.
Still good.
Man, I tell you, it's 35-0 here. And we're going to step away for a quick commercial break. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And coming up on the Washington County Community Foundation halftime show, we're going to have a lot of scores for you and maybe some picks for the college game this week.
There we go.
See.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
BSR on YouTube. That's right, this time around, folks. You're listening to us there. Do you know YouTube's the number 2 way people listen to podcasts?
Do you know that it's the number 2 search engine in the world?
Wow, as this ball goes.
Is it really?
Yeah, right behind Google.
Right behind
Google's
Google.
1.
As this ball, wow, what a great return
almost
there
broke
by Hayden
free
Morrow.
there.
Hayden Morrow, I think, got that. I'm trying to figure out that number there as it was number 20. I think it was Leap again. Leap, one small step for West Washington, one giant leap for him.
He's had a hard time getting past that 35 on those returns.
And we have talked about this. It's like we've got this black hole that we just keep falling in right there. Can't get out of. So, and we've seen some passes. Hunt's trying to, they've mixed it in on some passes. There's been a lot of heat coming at him. He's just, doing what he can. But when you've got guys in your backfield, that's where you struggle. As this ball's going to be snapped, it's going to be brought in the backfield.
Yeah, he's going to be dropped for about a 3-yard loss.
This is where I would like to see, maybe some of the old Philip Bowsman way, make him step back and run it in shotgun formation. It gives him a little bit of more time and a little bit more time for this play, for the plays that we like to run to develop. Even if you are doing the handoff, if you watch, the Blackhawks are doing the same thing. It's handoff right, handoff left. And that gives your guys time to react to what's going on. So they're going to come to the line here. Looks like Hunt's going to go under center.
And he's going to have just a few seconds there, like we said, about a 1-2. He's going to try to run up the middle. He's going to be dropped by two Blackhawks.
He gains about 1.5 yards on that one. It's a positive play, but still Springs Valley's line is just right there. As soon as you get any movement at all, Valley's there to bring you down.
Yeah, I look for us to come out with a little bit of a different tactic the second half. We've been a second half team as we've gone throughout these first few games, and I'm really interested to see what the second half has in store for the Senators. As we're 3 minutes and 30 seconds left of this half. Looks like he's going to roll out for a pass.
Yeah, that one
ball's batted down.
I believe that was number 8, Ian Robbins, that knocked that one down.
Yeah, that's one of those things is I know he's not very tall, and it's hard to get that ball up over top. And it looked like Ian Robbins is a pretty tall guy.
Yeah, 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4". That's one of those things. You don't want to lob it up over top of him because then it's open for an interception.
Somebody's going to pick that off, and that's what happened the last time he lobbed one up. It got picked off. So Hunt back to kick this one away again. Christian Hamilton in the backfield to return this.
Ball's up and away. Looks like he's going to try to catch it.
Oh,
it
hit the ground. Senators recover that one. That's the best offensive play so far this game for the Senators.
Yeah.
It happens on a –
looks like we all the way down to the 30.
Yeah, it happens on a botched punt there by Christian Hamilton. He tries to get a hold of it, but isn't able to really catch it, and then tries to make a move, and the Senators are there to hit him and knock it loose.
I think your head swells up a little bit where he was running the ball earlier, got some big break loose, and he thought, well, I'm going to do it again, and it kind of just made a little bit of an accident.
Hunter saw because I was standing up on that call. That's why I'm standing up now. It's got the mojo going.
There you go. That means you got to stand the rest of the game.
That's fine. That's fine. As we go here, Senators are going to be trying
Little did you know, this one's going 5 overtime. So
5 overtimes, 3:22 left here in the second quarter. Motion to the left there is we're going to go up the middle, and we get a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, McFeeters gains about 2 on that one.
And that's where you find sometimes in this where you are down 35-0, the other team kind of just starts relaxing. They start thinking about the homecoming dance afterwards or what they're going to be eating after the game. Hey, when the game's not over, that's where you truly compete, and that's something about the Senators this whole year. Outside of this, outside of that one play there we talked about where we saw our secondary kind of going slow, that's the first time all year I've seen that.
Yeah.
And as they've got a lot of fight in them, these kids do, and there's going to be the snap as motion goes to the left side. And that's where
drop back for the pass. It's a good block by the running back.
He's going to throw across his body. It's going to be caught in the end zone. No, it is Tyler Miller.
Tyler Miller with the touchdown.
I am so sorry for that. We had one. The official kind of went down to his knees and then brought his hands up like he's in church. And a little hallelujah there for the Senators as they get a huge strike there for
awesome.
So nice catch there by Tyler Miller to get his first touchdown, I believe, of this year, right?
I think. No, he had a receiving one.
He had one last week.
Last week, yeah, he kind of does that. Tyler,
that was a seam up the middle last week, kind of like that one, but it was off the backside.
So Senators going to go for one here, try to kick it through.
Hey, we had about 5.
We've had a little bit of time struggling on these, so let's see if we can execute this one.
Yeah, you hope so. As the ball comes down, it's going to be set. It's going to be Hunt. And he's got it. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
And that's, they've mixed in Sears, trying to get Sears in to give Gavin, hey, right now we need this because if you're in a sectional game where it's the difference in 1 point, you're going to go with Gavin because he's got that on there. We're going to step aside for another commercial break. Thank you to Michael Long, one of our other sponsors. I believe that's who we're going to. Is that correct?
Yep.
If you know him, please use him too.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
Welcome back to West Washington live stream here on simulcast on YouTube. As I'm gonna say it that whole way the whole night. As we got the YouTube. As the kick goes up, that's gonna be a little pooch kick. Yep. And it's off the face mask of the up back, and he's gonna be brought down. I think it's Perkhiser.
That is Augie Perkhiser.
Wow.
Gets
I
up to
don't
about
really
the
think
48.
that was the man we should have kicked the ball to.
No, when you've got a name like Augie, you're a football player.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice. Growing up, you're definitely playing football.
Yeah, you know, I work with his 2 older brothers, and both of those guys are built like bowling balls as well.
Yeah, you know, if somebody's named Yancey or like Stewie, maybe you kick it to there, but that's all right. Hey, I like it. The Senators are going to put it right there with 2:33. It's probably going to be about the same as if they're back there. They've got to just find
they got to find a way to
Hey,
stop Hamilton.
somebody. As we see here, there's the snap. It's going to be Hamilton again, right there.
Got a hand on him.
And that is
still breaking
tackles. 4, 5, 6.
Ball's
loose, and the Senators got it. If you ask me, I think they've got it there, and it's going to.
Yep. Senators got the ball.
And that looked like that was at the bottom of the pile. There was Alex Williams, the senior, comes up with it.
So it looks like we're going to get a chance for one more drive here to try to get it, put one in the end zone and shorten this gap here.
And that's huge. I mean, because the Valley's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kicked off to start, so they're going to get it back. And the Senators looking to kind of tighten this one up here. They need to get in the pro a 2-minute drive going here.
Yeah,
I mean, quick to the ball. I know we did a little bit of that last week where we were quick to the ball, and it actually worked really well in our favor, especially when we dropped back to do a lot of passes. It was able to catch them on their heels.
Over here on our near side, we got Brown. I think he could really beat his man. If
he's going to roll out for the pass.
Oh, but he's going to roll
the
other
way back.
Way back. Hunt's going to throw it. It's going to be across the field. And it's going to be to the sidelines, which is what you do.
That was a smart play by him.
You're exactly right. That was a really smart play because even if he throws it where nobody else can catch it other than his guy, it's not going to be intentional grounding. He's not going to lose the 20 yards from where he was throwing it from.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy when you think about it. I don't know that Gavin ever played quarterback before this year. I don't think he did. And we're sitting here critiquing a poor 16-year-old kid who's out there for the first time, with a bunch of really good 16, 17-year-olds running at him. It's very hard when you get to that point, but that's a great play, and it's something when you do. I've always said when the plays break down, what are you doing with the ball?
Yes.
He's going to be taking the snap. He's got it looks like that is McFeeder's in the background. It's going to be a pitch, though, to Miller, and he's going to be 8 up there. And that is 73 for the Blackhawks.
Somebody missed their block there.
Case Jones, and that is one that we haven't mentioned him. He's not really hurting us a lot on the offensive side of the ball, but he is killing us there on defense.
That was the welcome call for Tyler Miller to French Lick.
Yeah, and he is going off, and it's and it kind of got him.
Hi, welcome. I'm going to take 7 yards from you right here.
Yeah.
And that's where it developed, and that's where you see when you see a play like that sometimes, and you watch it and you're like, oh, goodness, that's what that is. You see it.
Yeah.
And
well, like I said earlier, they're bringing the whole house. They're bringing the whole backfield every single time.
And that's where you say you kind of go to the gun, even though you don't want to, and take the snap.
It gives you that extra few seconds.
Just to look, and Gavin, and that's something you try. And I don't know that that takes a while to install. 1:28 left here in the first half as Gavin's going to drop back. He's got some people over the middle. He's going to roll to the left.
Get rid of it.
He's going to throw, and it's going to bounce halfway to Morrow there on the 40.
Just a lot to try to throw that across your body going that way, rolling out.
This is one of those things where our guys, as far as our wide receivers, have to understand that their defensive line is really, really overpowering our offensive line. So they have to really be able to rally back to our quarterback to where we can make those plays and get out of bounds.
Here's the problem with what the Senators just did. They're going to give the ball back to Valley
with a minute and 22 seconds.
And I think with that, you might have tried to run a little bit. As the ball gets barely off, it's going to be, it's just lost in a big black space there for a second.
Let it roll.
It rolls to about the 39 where it's going to be downed with a minute 12 left to go here in the first half.
And Valley's coming out. They're not going to be. They're going to be trying to get.
Well, and Hamilton just fumbled on the last play, so he's
begging. He's probably begging Coach Lowe. Give
me the ball back,
please. And,
for sure.
And
let me run this and prove that I can get myself back.
He's had 2 fumbles in this game.
He has. I told you I looked for some turnovers in this game, especially if those balls are getting wet from that sandy kind of base.
It is kind of, you get that overconfidence sometimes when you're when you had that Godspeed mode there you go into. that you forget about PBS, personal ball security as you hold it there. As the snap goes to
that
Buchanan,
looked like a little bit of a false
he's going to be, here's
start,
the flip, here's the flip. It's going to be to Jones. Yep. And it's just going to get
he's going to be out of bounds.
There's the flag.
Flag, yep.
They executed that perfectly, just like I said beforehand. You'd push him all the way to the sideline to make him throw that ball right there at the sideline and make.
And the official's hat was off. You saw him.
Yep.
And that's where, as a quarterback, Hunter, you've got to notice that gentleman throws the hat. The play's off.
You can't throw it to him.
You just run. You just run it, run and go.
Yep. And it's a loss of down.
Because think about if you ran that play in a sectional final game.
Yeah.
How bad would that be to kill you right there?
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, oh, my lands. I've got 2 guys in front of me, and I'm standing on the sideline.
Yes. And then, or, where he could have easily run for a first down probably, or at least a couple yards. It was first down.
Yep.
And it's one of those things you have to tighten up if you're the Blackhawks as they go on. They're in a different sectional than us. We won't see them this year. Past this that's going to be a huge run. Hamilton, he is still going. He is still going. He just is. You brought up Perkiser being a bowling ball. He's a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Man. That was a great hit by him.
That's
able
a gain
to lower
of
that
17
shoulder.
for Hamilton. Just under a minute to go here.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't come out and just take that knee right here to kind of finish it off and go into halftime, especially them knowing that they're getting the ball back.
Oh, man, there's a quick pass over the middle, and it's going to be – and that is where we had to drop a linebacker into coverage.
Yeah, that was Landon Weeks. He was open. They just didn't get him the ball. It was underthrown there by Buchanan.
And that is one thing that you have to understand, and that's something that Valley has to really work on if they're hoping to go deep in the sectional. Because Hamilton, a couple years ago, they had, I believe, was it the other Hamilton? Humphrey, maybe. I'm sorry. You remember he was a very good running back and broke his leg.
Yep.
And he's at Wabash right now, and I mean that really hurt them because they didn't have a plan B. As this snap goes back, they're going to be looking for a pass. It's going to be
that one overthrown again.
And they might be giving it back here to the Senators before but they're taking some shots, and it is kind of funny to watch a team get out of their element. I know, Craig, we were here a few years ago, and we watched, and their offense, the old Valley offense, classic Valley offense, was not enough. They were down by 20 points and couldn't come back because it wasn't a quick enough scoring offense.
Yeah, they wanted to run the ball, and they weren't able to run the ball against us, so they weren't able to get back in the game. They were getting 2 yards each time, but then it would leave them in 3rd and long, and they would have to pass it.
That's one of the things that we were talking about earlier. The longer the defense is on the field, it gives them more time to learn your plays and learn how these guys learn how to adapt and be able to shed those blocks to be able to make those tackles, which is why we haven't seen as many break loose tackles this second quarter.
And it's something you see out of the Blackhawks is they've taken a timeout here with 39.8 left. You wonder if, do you show, Hunter, if you're up in a game like this, do you show a lot on film? But you got to work on it, right? So
that's why you keep seeing them go left, right. They're running it out of that shotgun. Literally, he's catching the ball, and he's literally handing it right. He's handing it left.
Yeah.
And they're running power both ways. It's just up to our guys to be able to step up and fill those holes and make them change what they're doing. Because that's ultimately, when you're running something like they're running right now and it's working, you obviously don't mess with it. But if you make them stop, that's where you gotta get them to change what they're doing, maybe make some more mistakes.
Which is what Paley kind of did last week. They stuffed them on a big 4th and goal there, and took the 21st of 20 chances, I think. 20th of 20. I mean, it's a rivalry there in the Orange Bowl that's been lopsided one way or another, and and that's what the Senators got that task next week against the purple and gold.
Right, they'll be home against Paoli.
It'll be a big game there. We'll have the whole family in the house that night. As the snap
goes. Is that a homecoming?
Oh, double handoff. It's coming. There it is. And that's going to be to the left side, to the right side.
I believe that was Perkiser.
And I don't know if that was
it was Perkiser.
If that was the first time they
pretty good
ran
hit
it all night.
Morrow there. He had another play like that earlier that he ran.
Yeah.
Well, Augie Perkiser, like you said, built like a bowling ball, 5'8", 190 pounds. Hayden Morrow, 130 pounds, maybe.
If you would have told me after a timeout what play they were running, I would have bet my house on that.
Here comes it again, right up the middle of Hamilton.
Hamilton, and that's going to be
a flag there.
There's a flag.
Yeah, something late right at the end there as Tristan Brown goes down along with Jack Armstrong. I don't know if that was somebody cut him or.
Looks like Jack's going off the field here.
So he's up on his own power, which is good. Running off
They're
of there.
Coming over to
talk to Coach Lowe.
You got to find out what to see if he wants to accept it or not.
It may have been let's say it's a face mask if they were going to be sitting there.
Still waiting for the
Picking
call.
it up. He's going to pick up the flag, so it's going to be declined, whatever it was.
He's supposed to wave it off.
Yeah, and that's one thing once again, if you'd like to be an IHSA official.
They're going to call that against the Blackhawks.
They are, and I'm surprised he left the flag, picked the flag up.
Yeah, normally you have to leave that until they start.
But the gentleman in the white hat was there. Okay, yeah. So maybe that's how. I like to look at the mechanics of this, and I try to do this. And
yeah.
I know that we've seen that.
Look at them hustle to the ball. They're going to try to catch the Senators on their heels here.
20. Well, I mean, you got your play in.
Yeah.
You already had your play in.
Yeah.
You just run it.
Yeah.
18.8. I mean, because once again, you're going to have to run this sometime.
Drop back for the pass.
Buchanan's got it. Ball's up. It's going to be
almost to the Senators.
It's going to be a Senators.
Yeah, Senators pick that one off.
Got time for one play.
From the 5. Do you run it here, or do you try to I think you run it and try not to.
I looked for them to throw it up in the air at about the 50.
So coming up, we will have a lot of scores, a lot of big games going on. Will we have a coach's?
Yeah, we've got a commissioner's corner, new commissioner's corner out. So we'll have that. We'll dig up some scores around, see what we can come up with. We know there's lots of local games.
We got a lot of local. We will be talking about a lot of local West Washington sports during halftime.
Yeah,
too. A lot of stuff going on there.
Yep.
So as We come down to 9.2, and the Senators
going to take a timeout. We're going to jump away, get one quick commercial break.
If you're going to use them, you might as well use them.
From Busick Mechanical Services, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
Welcome back to West Washington live stream there, and that's going to be a run up the middle there on first down, and that's going to take us to the half. So just like that, we're at halftime there, not in the way that the Senators want to be. It's 35-7, Springs Valley on top. We're going to be stepping aside for some commercials, Commissioner's Corner, and we'll be having a recap of some of the West Washington sports in action going on right now. So thank you for listening to West Washington live stream WWSR on my daughter's favorite website, YouTube.
You're on week 4, right?
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, thank you for your time. We are in week number 4 of high school football, and you are continuing your conversations with athletic directors around the state. How's all that going? I mean, I know it's something you and everyone in the office looks forward to be able to go out and literally be with with your constituency that you serve on a daily basis in the office.
Yeah, it's growing really well, Coach, and it's so important for us to be able to go out and spend time with the folks that are in contact with our student athletes on a daily basis, and it's going well. We've been this week. We've been to New Albany, Evansville, and we'll be at Brownsburg, and then we have 3 more stops next week. But one of the things that I think people often think about the association, because our tournaments are so popular and such a big component of the year, but that's when we go out, that's not what we focus on. We focus on an education-based athletic system, from the technology that our schools use to run an athletic office to sports medicine advisory and some health and safety issues that we can talk about. So there's a whole litany of things that we talk about that go into running an education-based athletic system that our folks never really even think about. And so it's an opportunity for us all to grow and learn. They learn from us and we learn from our schools.
We should all worry about it from a standpoint that things have a way of trickling down, and using that as a way to get into NIL, name, image, likeness, that the NCAA is grappling with, and I would offer not grappling well. But it is a situation where you have to be mindful of what's going on around you relative to sports and be literally, if you can, out in front of it in an incredibly important topic.
Well, yeah, we do, Coach, and it's NIL and other things with, the NCAA wide open transfer process now. That's a big thing. But we can't look like a for-profit entity. And one of the things that this big misnomer of the association is we are a not-for-profit. We don't have anybody getting rich off of sport in the state of Indiana, coaches and anybody alike. And so we have to continue to stay focused on the educational aspect that stays with these kids the rest of their life, rather than short-term gains. And I would argue that short-term gains really aren't there in the high school setting. It's just the vast majority of kids, Coach, were like you and I as athletes. We just needed a place to play and a coach to challenge us to grow up along the way.
I couldn't agree more. Paul Neidig joining us, Commissioner of the IHSAA. You mentioned tournaments. I'm still trying hard to believe that the girls' golf state tournament begins in 2 weeks. How is that possible?
It does, Coach. And once we get started in the fall, we know this, that it comes fast. I mean, we're week 4, as you said earlier, into our football program. But our girls' golf teams have been playing a lot of tournaments, and they're tuning up for the state championship already. And we're 2 weeks away from our sectionals across the state. And I tell you, it's like anything else. Indiana kids can perform on a national stage, and they prove that on an annual basis. And we'll have some phenomenal girl golfers that'll make their way to Indianapolis and, actually Carmel, Indiana, and play at Prairie View Golf Course in a couple of weeks. And folks, if you want to see really good golf, you ought to come out to Prairie View during our state championship week.
We also continue with, as we mentioned, football week number 4. We're about at the halfway point, which also similarly doesn't seem possible, but seems to be a great, great football season to this point, if I understand what I'm reading and hearing on the air.
Well, I listen to our prognosticators just as you do, Coach, and like our friend Greg Rakestraw. And, I think we say this, it seems like every year, but I think this year is especially true, where we see a lot of parity out there. And I think as we walk into this tournament, and your draw show is just a few short weeks away, I think one of the things that you're going to be talking about is this is a wide open tournament, and we have a lot of teams that are going to have an opportunity to do well in the tournament series this year.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, The foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website. Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana, then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
At Eddie Gilstrap, our customers are family. Rated in the top 6% nationwide in Ford dealers, we pride ourselves on our no-pressure environment, honesty, and integrity. Come see us today and discover why we're different. Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square. We are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Michael Long with American Family Insurance offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, which includes motorcycles, boats, ATVs, UTVs, classic and antique autos, renters, manufactured homes, rentals, along with event coverage such as weddings, golf hole-in-ones, conferences, and much, much more. He's licensed in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. For more information, look him up on Facebook to see insurance tips and to sign up for his agency giveaways. Michael Long, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Washington Community Foundation halftime show, we were just talking about some West Washington athletes and what they are doing. We got a lot of stuff. Craig, tomorrow you have the Northeast DuBois Invitational, right?
Yeah, tomorrow the girls volleyball is at Northeast DuBois. They're playing in the second and third game of that.
I'm going to call them the West Washington Iron Women because
yeah, they played 3 games this week.
Yeah,
four. So
tonight's their first night off.
Yeah. And then they play 2 on Saturday, and then they come back next week and play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So they play a ton here
So,
over the next couple of weeks.
Big shout out to so many of those girls that are on the sidelines over there. Laney Cameron, let's see, I'm trying to make sure. All these cheerleaders and managers. I mean, there's people that are just over there. Some of these managers are just over there. I know Macy Lowry. You know, so many of them have been over there. Just, you know, this is their 5th night in a row out on a field, and they're going to be there, of course, tomorrow. Girls golf, highlighting them. 8-8 on the regular season. Hunter, you know, we got little girls. We're talking about.
You know, that's one of the things that I'm super pumped that West Washington was able to develop this. I know we had a pretty good story there, I think week 1, from our AD, Darren Russell, talking about how those girls kind of all banded together and got enough signatures to do that.
Yeah.
I think this is really going to be a big step for them, especially in our girls'
Well,
sports.
and if you want to see that, that's when it's student-led. It's so much better. I mean, just like we see with wrestling, you know, what it can be, and Coach Wolf doing a great job with it. He's one of the most, next to Mr. Akers, we're here, one of the most organized people I know. And, and he's also one of the most, like, thorough. So it's going to be very interesting to watch that group grow, especially as they get through the youngers. They had a great turnout at their camp this summer. And, you know, Mr. Wolf coaches the boys golf, too, so there's a lot of stuff, too. And, you know, there are a lot of them. They play in the PLAC on Tuesday. I'm going to try my best to go out there and try to get a little video, some stuff, so we can kind of do a story on them before they – because I believe next Saturday they will be playing in sectionals.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works.
So, and then the cross-country team kicking off their season finally. They got some heat.
Yeah.
That really – I mean, they lucked out. They've had some good weather finally to help them run in.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing all the things that go on out at West Washington. You know, over the next 2 weeks, I think there were like 17 events or something.
He jinxed himself earlier because it was like one event. Remember
yeah,
we were talking about
I said that earlier. I was like, yeah, I only have one thing that I've got to stream this week. And then, you know, over the next 2 weeks, I think there's like 9 events that I'm doing there from West Washington. You know, so it's a love-hate relationship sometimes. It's, you know, Jay tells me, she's like, are you going to be home? Yeah, sometime.
Yeah, you know, Craig, and I'm glad you said that you have 9 events. You know, we talked about every game. How many do you think we're going to do this year, and is that pass really worth purchasing?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So last year, here's the numbers that I'm going to throw out to you. Last year we did 103 events. You know, and if you break that down by the $170 that it costs for the pass, that's a little over $1.10 per or $1.03 per event. This year, I'm going to say we're going to be. I always tell people who sponsor us, hey, you know, I'm going to give you 30 for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, normally it's between 70 and 90. You know, in the 8 years I've been doing this, I've never done less than 70.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's...
If you can help us out, I think when we get to spring, people forget that.
Yeah.
Craig puts together, it takes a lot. If you can help us out in the spring, because it seems like fall and winter when
Yeah.
you know, we get that, and as we're going to hear kick off the second half, you know, that's when we kind of forget about that. So we'll talk about the spring as we go along. As Hunt's going to be kicking it off, it's going to be a high ball kicked right there to Perkiser, I believe it is again. Nope.
Oh,
no, that
no.
is Chamberlain. It's going to be taken back to.
It's like there was a hold over here.
Yeah,
as well, but I don't think they called it.
I don't think so. That's
Too fast. The referees couldn't keep up with him, so they missed that.
You guys remember Major League when they
Yes.
hit the home run? He's like the ball was too high. Yeah, he was just too fast.
Yeah.
What do you mean too fast? There's
Yeah.
all kinds of action going on there on the sidelines.
I love that phrase from Longest Yard as well. He makes fast people look not fast.
Yeah, it's 41-7 there, and that's unfortunate for the Senators because you know it's just something that they've got to improve on as we look here, and we're in the toughest part of our schedule here, if you ask me. This truly is.
Yeah.
You know, we've looked at some scores around the area, some teams that are where we thought they would be, and it's going to be. We still do not have the Perry Paley score, by the way. We were trying to find that one. We'll run through a couple as we go along here. As we're going to see the kick, the snap, and hold, and it's down, and the kick is up, and it is good again.
Did that really take 11 seconds?
It did. It took 11 seconds for that to be kicked, and so that was crazy as we were watching the play clock. I sometimes used to goof with my kids and talk like I was in slow motion, and that's how that kind of felt. Here on unfortunate Friday the 13th for the Senators, it's not coming up aces for them. They have busted, and the house has won for the most part tonight, 42-7 on that Eddie Gilstrap Salem Kart Show scoreboard. Not a real lot of joy and as we've looked here, and they've got to try to do something here, and just to try to. I tell you what, you take it a piece at a time, and that's all you can do, and you try to get better, and if all else, try to improve on what you were doing.
Yeah, this is also one of those things as far as it really teaches these kids as far as they're growing up. It teaches them lessons that they're going to be able to carry on throughout life.
And it is. And when you go, and I've been around programs, and Craig, we've had some of recent. We've had some games like this. We've had a lot of games. There was in 19 and 20. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was a blast because you come out and every time in the second half it was a running clock. Well, that's what this is going to turn into.
Oh, the ball's
down.
And it's going to be, I think, recovered by the Blackhawks because there was somebody diving, but it appears that the Senators might have recovered. It was towards the Senators sideline, so it's far away from us.
Yeah, we see offense coming on the field.
It seems like it's miles away from us there. I can't even see it, so as they're going to be jogging in and out there, so it looks like the Senators.
Yeah, Senators retain that one, but
look where we're at, 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a running clock here the rest of the way.
Let's talk back about. I do want to talk about our packages we do sell. I want to say that I had more grandparents thank us for being able to broadcast that, which is really good. That's something that we don't think of. People that aren't able to get out of their home, as that ball is snapped, it's going to be handed off the middle. About a 5 or 6 yard gain. It's going to be 10-yard gain, and that's going to be a first down. That is Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance
first down. There we go. That's the second time tonight we've got to say that one. So
thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, lots of sponsors that allow us to bring you these games, but the biggest thing is you guys being able to purchase the games.
Yeah.
We've got one package that is everything we do all year, upwards of 75, 80 events a year at $170, and then you can buy each month for $40.
Well, when you think about that, that's like one trip out to eat.
Yeah.
That you do, and it's, that's like, with my family, my wife is able to stay at home and watch it, and that's a good thing. I've talked to, like I said, several grandparents, and there was one that they said we were very active in the West Washington community. I'll remain nameless on this one, but they were just they were so thankful to be able to sit down and turn this on and listen to us.
And the other thing is, a lot of times if you follow our Facebook page or follow us on YouTube, we give out like free passes for games, and we actually our winner of the season-long pass is actually here. Dan Humer won our season-long pass by entering in, and we drew his name out. So he got that season pass. So he's a former nose guard for the Chicago Panthers.
This ball is passed over the middle, it's going to be dribbled in there for second down there. Unfortunately, Brown was there on that. So the Chicago Panthers, that's of the United Indoor Football League.
Not indoor. It's an outdoor semi-pro. So
I do appreciate that greatness there. All-time league tackler. That is something there.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
MVP of, I think, 2016, 2017, something around there. So
that's awesome.
Have to do some research on that one. I can't remember the year, but
very, very cool to have that royalty with us here in the booth tonight.
So Senators going to try to get some offense going here. The second half is going to go fairly quickly.
That's a great run there on second down that just kind of capitalized on quick and, trying to get some quick yards. And the Senators have a little push for the first time. And, there might be some guys that are subbing in. I see a lot of cleaner shirts. There's not a lot of guys wearing black and silver, not black and gold. They're abandoning the gold. We got a lot of teams that don't like their colors, like adding gray and silver. What's up with this?
Everybody kind of thought we were the same way when we went to an all-white uniform.
I know.
Yeah, let's talk about those all-white uniforms.
Yeah.
How great is it to call numbers on those?
I know.
White on white on white.
Hey, tonight's not been too bad. We've had that as
a
big run.
We can see the numbers tonight.
That's going to be about a 4th and 1 there. So they're going to go for another Aaron Shockey Farm Bureau Insurance first down here in just a second. That's going to be, they're going to be able to, and we talk about being from the gun. I think this is one you'd like to go and nudge and just go.
Yeah. I will say, like I said at the beginning of the game, I look for us to come out with a totally different tempo the second half.
Oh, yeah.
And we have.
We have, as you see, Brown split wide, and Morrow's in there outside of the.
Ooh, I don't know that he got it.
I don't think he did, and it gets pushed back, and I don't think we're going to get that line of gain. The gentleman over on this sideline just looks like we got it.
In, it looks like we're short. We were calling out some of those scores earlier. Brownstown Central 42, Salem 6 at the half.
And we've had some trouble. So if you do have the Perry Central penalty score, we were trying to locate that one.
Please throw that one in there.
Yeah, I'm digging still. I'm trying to find it.
And we've been, and I've got a lot of friends that listen to us, and I apologize. The Wi-Fi up here in the booth sometimes can be a little hasty if everybody pulling on the band there in the casino next door.
Yeah, it does turn the Senators do turn the ball over here.
Thankfully, no concert tonight over at the casino.
Oh, yeah.
So traffic will be easy getting home after this one as the ball snaps.
That's a handoff to Hamilton, but there's a flag that comes in.
Yeah, that's going to be a big hold there on him. And he's got a lot of hits like Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did Hamilton, but that one was a bust.
Silver Creek Eastern, I haven't got the score to that one yet either. So anybody out there want to shoot that one our way, let us know. So that one going to come back on, I believe, what was a hold there. So
and that clock's running, so that does take a lot of time off, and I don't know when you're up 42-7 that you keep running Hamilton. I'm sorry, I think you kind of that's one of the worst things.
Well, here's something that you got to remember. There is a JV game Monday, so you can't get your JV guys in yet because then they run out of quarters.
That's true.
Do you know how big their roster is?
It is two-sided. Flip it over there.
I see that.
There we go. It's in like size 42 font though. So there's a double handoff. That's gonna be Perkheiser coming up, and he is busting when it's fumbling, and we recovered it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be recovered with 7:39 on the clock there.
It's getting up kind of slow there. Who made the tackle there and made that fumble?
Oh man, I think they might have recovered it actually as we're sitting there.
No.
Yep. Oh man.
Hayden Morrow took a pretty good hit there. The
Yeah.
ball came out. Are they going to give that back to him?
He did. I think he kind of came through. When it's your night, unfortunately, is what it looked like.
Yeah, it's all going their way. Kinda.
And
I can't believe Coach Lowry's not jumping up and down on the field.
I think it was because it may have looked.
His hands are up.
Yeah. From our angle, he is. Yep, his hands are up. I see him in the red shirt now. He's got it. So he is. And Coach, I'm sorry, that's Coach Gibson over there. I saw Coach Gibson in the red. Okay, he's going to roll out. It's going to be a pass.
Here comes a little toss.
There it is. But it's not going to be.
He didn't catch it.
The ball kind of comes back in play there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are they calling that a catch?
They're going to call it a catch, but then I don't know what happened.
So how does he make a catch and then the ball fly back 5 yards?
I'm not sure.
That's a new
one. Can
one.
we get a replay on that?
No, we can't. We're on the road, so we can.
Yeah.
So for you folks who are at the mercy of the other, we don't have that, so we'll replay that. Oh my goodness. I tell you, that is just one of those plays. They go twins to the right side there, and here's going to be the snap, and it is going to be another run up the middle there. That is Hamilton, and he is busting.
Oh.
Yeah, he's through.
And he
gets
comes
brought down,
hard.
but there's another flag.
And so that flag came on
So
that tackle?
there was a horse collar there that I think is going to get called, but there was something before because there was already a flag thrown.
Yeah. So I think maybe you're going to have offsetting penalties.
You're gonna have offsetting here.
I think you're going to have a hold and a horse collar. I kind of thought he hit him low. After Thursday Night Football and watching Tua Tagovailoa get hurt, I mean, it's been – I can't say a last name, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to march it up. Man.
Man.
There was – all right. So, hey.
Senators not helping themselves on that one.
Boys, that's why you don't bet against the house. I tell you don't do that. And, the gambler didn't break even tonight as we look here. As they're going to go with a T backfield there. They see they're bringing everybody real tight there. As they're going to
push it right up the middle.
Right up the middle. Here it goes. It's going to be the snap to Buchanan. He's going to follow those players.
Follow those blockers.
Yep, and he's going to get into the end zone on his fourth attempt. And that's something that really kind of gets me when I sit there because they had him dead to rights at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept his legs moving and kept churning. They're going to be up 48-7.
That was a really smart thing to do there by number 22. They could have easily thrown a flag there when he threw that ball down for excessive celebration, but he turned around and picked it up and handed it to the referees.
Yeah, you're young and you make a big play, and
it's exciting.
And unfortunately, what we see, and that's something I harp on that. I'm about sportsmanship, and we look at that. And, it's like, hey, you play the game that you're in. You don't try to.
Yes.
You don't try to play as this extra point is up, and it is. Good. Yeah, that one was into the night sky there by Hucks. I kind of lost it.
That's going to push it out 49-7.
So we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. You're listening to West Washington Livestream on WWSR.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
Welcome back to West Washington Livestream here on WWSR on YouTube tonight as the kick goes up by Valley. They're up 49-7. Center's going to return it over by their own sideline. There it goes up, and it's going to be a couple blocks. It's going to be a couple more. It's going to be somebody has got their – whoa. Oh, man, I tell you what, I don't like that. I could not tell the number on that one as we saw the return. Was somebody took a big shot there, didn't they, Hunter?
Yeah. I mean, you seen the feet come up over top of their head. That was a pretty big shot there. It looked like it was another kick out towards Leap over there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes, he goes there. So, you know, and we've been reminiscing on some stories. Unfortunately, in games like this, you get to hear a lot of stories from us. And
yeah, you do.
We don't like that. So you had one.
I do have a story. So in I believe it's 2016. 2016. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we set the school record on Springs Valley at Springs Valley. With 75-0.
There you go.
So that was also the year that Cody Modlin was quarterback. There were several other things that went into that, but all of our JV ended up getting to play that game.
That's pretty cool. Now, how many of those points did you credit that night?
I think I credited one of them. Yeah, I credited one of those touchdowns. I think we had a couple interceptions as well, but it was one of those games against O'Brien Selby, and he actually went out the third quarter and sat down for the rest of the game because he didn't want to play anymore.
Oh, wow, as that ball goes over to the side, and that's going to
be Hayden Morrow with a nice move.
First catch of the night for him, and he had to shake and bake. He made the earthquake a little bit, and he's going to take it down to the 25 for another Aaron Shockey for Farm Bureau Insurance first down.
Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third.
That Eddie Gilstrap, Salem Card Show scoreboard, unfortunately, shows a 49-7 score in favor of the Blackhawks here. And unfortunately, it's not been the Center's night, so they're just trying to get something to build off of for next week against a very good opponent. As this ball is snapped, it's going to be dropped back. He's going to have a little bit of time. He's going to hit somebody in the flats. There's off that Tyler Miller. Tyler Miller shakes and bakes. He's got it still on his feet. He's still pumping his legs. He's going to dive.
Gets all the way down to the 7.
Yes. That is one that you see. I love seeing yards after the catch, yards after contact.
You know, this is one of those things I love seeing our guys being able to touch the ball and get these receptions in. Because it's something that we're kind of having to build on. We weren't really used to using that.
And it's when you have that point, you know, we've not run a pitch yet tonight.
Yeah.
We've ran one pitch to the outside, and that was when Tyler Miller got knocked into the parking lot of Hucks.
I think our playbook is broadening, and I think we're going to get
It looks like that's Hudson Crest right over the middle there. He's going to be going, but it's going to be rolling out. He's going to be dumping it off there, and it's going to be in for
a touchdown. Hayden Morrow with a touchdown there.
Once again, our officials are not helping us on this.
Yeah.
On these,
they're really delayed.
It's like they're miles away from us or something. We can't see them. I don't know. So it's like they can't get that as the ball's going to be sparred up there. 49-13 here. Center's just trying to, I had one of my broadcast partners says, "How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time?" It's
This Blackhawk team is a big elephant.
Yes, and we're going to go for two actually here as we check a line. I like that. A little kind of come up the line, check, see something. Here we go. It's going to be up the middle, and that's going to get in there.
Yeah, Crest is going to get in on that one.
And Hudson with a nice carry. He's been a nice addition here as he's come back. It's going to be 49-15 on that Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard with 1:08 left in the third quarter. We're going to step away for a commercial break. You're listening to West Washington Livestream on WWSR.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstrap's is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
Welcome back to West Washington live stream and WWSR simulcast tonight on YouTube. As I was trying to, I can do all of them, guys. If you've not watched, let's see, Coco Melon. You got Blimpie. You know, you got all these. I feel like I'm watching this game on YouTube or something right now.
I gotta hear your Mickey Mouse on that.
Hi, I'm Mickey Mouse. I now have to pay Disney $1 for that. I hope you realize that.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah, way to go. As Hunt gets the kick, it's going to be caught up the middle, but it's going to be dived on there.
Is that the tee all the way down there?
That is the tee.
Oh, wow.
That is the tee. The tee,
The
by
tee went
Sears.
further than the ball.
Sears kicked the ball to the 35-yard line, and somehow the ball – I've never seen that.
I've never seen –
Not that far down the field.
No. I mean, I've seen players catch it and it, go, 10, 15 yards, but he kicked it a good 30.
Yeah.
I watched in a junior high game a kid kick it off the tee, and then it hit the kid in the face mask.
The tee?
Yes, the
I've
tee
seen that
did,
before.
and it was it was a painful hit for him. As the ball's going to be snapped back, that's going to be Perkheiser. He's going to be rumbling and stumbling, but he's going to be dragged down.
Yeah,
by
Wyatt Wallace.
We just love saying his name, Wyatt Wallace. He is all over that. And a kid who, if we were grading out as the seasons went along, always had a strong grade if we were sitting there.
Yep.
I know that's football talk. If you don't know, they actually sit down and grade these poor guys. Is my least favorite activity on Saturday mornings to do, while trying to watch College Game Day and having to grade players. As we're going to go to the end of the fourth quarter here, you're listening to West Washington live stream on WWSR.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana. 812-498-1736.
Welcome back to West Washington live stream here on WWSR as we start the fourth quarter. Springs Valley with the ball there on the 45-yard line. Here is the snap as they're going to go under center, and it's going to be carried up the middle there, and it's going to be a helmet goes flying for one of the Senators. That looks like that is Clooney. He's going to have to set out this play. And that ball, and it was a good form tackle, and his helmet went further than the player did. So with 11:44 left on that Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard, it's going to be 3rd and 4. And it looks like a lot of younger players are in there for Springs Valley, as we saw a different quarterback come in. We see number 2 coming in for him there. And number 18 at quarterback right now is Garrett Hahn, the sophomore wide receiver and quarterback. So a lot of players coming back,
Yeah, I look to see this whole fourth quarter, just them run the ball consistently.
Well, I will tell you this. I'll tell you the one thing. Christian Hamilton's a senior. Yeah. So we won't be seeing him again unless it was in regionals. And I hope if we do see him again, that's a good problem because that means we made it to regional.
Yeah, of course.
So we look at that as they're bringing in all kinds of people. We got Lucas Russell there coming in. Looks like to play fullback for him. And number 9, Caleb Quackenbush, the freshman in there, number 9 for him. I'm going deep in the roster here is Garrett Nottiger. I'm going to say
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me there. And Mr. Nottiger, if you're here, please correct me as the ball goes up. And it's going to be in the middle there. And it's going to be it's going to be short of a second. That was actually first down. I apologize. So that's going to be 2nd and about 8. And so the Senators with this running clock is 10:25 left. The score is 49-15. Senators kind of just trying to, if you look at this.
Trying to get out of here healthy and be able to have all your players ready for next week.
It's Christian Hamilton 42, West Washington 15.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Perkheiser may have gotten a touchdown there when I stepped away for a moment. But, we see this as that's a supreme player. Big players in big games make big plays. As they're going to take a snap, that's going to be a handoff. That ball's going to be dropped right there.
Yeah, that's 2. Dickey carries that one.
Yeah, Elijah Dickey, the sophomore, the 5'5", 125. That's probably an error on their roster there. I would hope that he's not 125. Actually, he has no weight listed, so
Yeah.
he is weightless. He must be from Mars or something. As we go, so that's going to be 9:36 left. Is we're looking at. We didn't get through all of our scores. I apologize. We've had some technical difficulties with our getting all of them tonight as we look around. And,
Yeah, I haven't got. Usually, I get
people texting me and
text
stuff. So,
messages of
hey,
games, and I haven't got any yet.
Everybody got on YouTube and started looking up videos, and as that ball's going to go to the outside, he's going to
that's
cut back.
Dickey again.
Yeah,
cuts back.
He's going to try to find a lane, and he's going to come up short of a first down, I think. But
Maybe just a foot. I mean, he's just right on it.
I mean, I'm looking at that far sideline guy there, and it's going to be third and about an inch.
Actually, they just flipped it. It's now 4th and an inch.
4th. We had the Colorado controversy there. So the Canes play my Cardinals tomorrow. Craig, what's going to be the spread?
I mean, the Canes are an enigma. They can either play really well and beat teams by 50 points, or they can play with just about anybody and beat people by 3.
It's not been good for those, as that ball's going to be run up the middle for a first down, it looks like, by Dickey. I'm going to say he's got the yard of gain there because the official on this guy's side's got him, so it's going to be.
The Canes are making a rise. They started off unranked. They're up to, I believe, 12th now was the last I saw them.
I tell you what, when I watched them play Florida, they were light years above Florida.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you what, though, I also turned around and watched the game because I am not, don't tell Coach Louder this, I do not like Notre Dame with a passion. I'm sorry for anybody,
It's Notre Dame and Cowboy football if you're a Lowry.
Yeah. And coaches out there, Brownstown Central up 54-12 on Salem. Eastbrook up 21-21 there on it looks like that is Alexandria High School there. Milan, and then Switzerland County, we could not get a score on right now. South Mount up 34-0 on Frankton. That's
Frankfurt.
right. Frankfurt, the hot dogs.
The hot dogs.
Yeah, my buddy Brad Powers there, and Brown County up 44-0 over IPA. I don't want an Indiana.
I don't know that one.
That sounds like something you might order if you're out at like a Trinity bar. But they're there. Maybe they're like the Bishop Sycamore of that.
Ravens.
Ravens. Okay. I know a lot of mascots, and I
didn't know that one.
And so we'll figure that one out.
Hey, that's a new one. I've never broadcast from there. Let's see if we can get them on the schedule.
Craig and I have talked about it. As the ball goes another run up there, it's going to be
there are very few gyms or football fields that I haven't been in.
I once, Craig, as we go up here with it, it's 49-15. The center's down. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I once had a gentleman who emailed me that he was trying to call a game in every single, as a referee, in every single high school field, and I actually got him for the next year. We had a tournament, and I got him in there so he could say that he called a varsity game. And that same day he did one at Corden, so he knocked off all of Harrison County in like 1 week.
There you go.
So as this ball is going to be snapped, the quarterback there, number 9, Quackenbush, and it's going to be run up the middle. And unfortunately for the Centers, that's going to be another first down.
Still gains.
And that's Elijah Dickey, and that's somebody who we're going to have to deal with for the next few years. He's only a sophomore.
Well, and I bet our JV is going to see him come Monday.
Monday a lot. At Art Sanders Field.
Yeah, at Art Sanders Field. That one will be broadcast on IHSAA TV if you're looking for that.
Have they been able to play at home yet? Or I was
they play.
No, yes, Clarksville.
Yes.
Clarksville,
yep.
yes. When Clarksville finally got their goalposts, they had their turf put in, but no goalposts.
Yeah.
Levi Carmichael called Darren up and their AD, and it was very scary for that. I was like, we're going to see a 1st and 10 there from about the 20-yard line. Is the 6 minutes to go here, and we're going to see a snap, and that's going to be a handoff to number 23 to the left side there, Brayson Cave, and he's going to get a couple yards. He might have fallen down there. I'm looking as we had a pile of people. Some other scores coming up of interest. We got North Decatur up 21-7 over Shenandoah there. Tell you what, you look at North Decatur, always a team that Craig and I broadcast in the middle of COVID up there in regional, and it's like the West Washington of Decatur County.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very nice, very great people, very passionate people. Coach Stern, one of my favorite interviews. He's always hilarious. I could talk to him for about an hour. He loves high school football there. As that ball is going to be run, it's going to be brought up the middle there.
I thought Dickey had it, but it's not.
No, that's 23 there again. That was Bryson Cave. He's getting the sophomore running back and outside linebacker.
Ooh, that's a good score right there. That's South Putnam versus Greencastle. South Putnam up 35, Greencastle 14.
And we got Edinburgh score of down 49-0 to GCA. Once again, we've got a lot of I need to learn I'm looking as we're sitting here. We'll have our full when we're home. It's really nice because
Greenwood Christian Academy.
Yeah. And that's also Greenwood is also a sectional opponent, right?
Yep.
So there you go, GCA.
That's all of them.
And that's all of them that we have right now. Is we're going to be first and goal here with 4:30 left. The ball's going to be snapped. Really, the center's just got to get a push at the line. They have, and that is going to be run close to the touchdown.
Yeah, he's right at the line.
Yeah,
I haven't seen.
Yeah, the far.
He holds up his hand,
got one
so
arm.
he's not in yet.
No, he's not in. The far official has the call on that, to my knowledge, and he did not budge on where he was at. He came right up, and basically, you could not fit a shoe between where they're at and the goal line for those of you that are listening to us. So it's unfortunate the Senators are possibly going to give up another touchdown because they played well outside of that second half kickoff, and it's one of those things you try to. We'll go with our sweet and sours. It'll be on the Buick Mechanical Services. Mechanical Services post-game show.
There we go.
Wow, it's a mouthful again as we sit here, and that ball's going to be snapped. It's going to be brought over.
He's going to get in on that one.
Yeah, it's going to be in. And he did not get in by much.
No. Looked like we had number 8 come in on a blitz there.
Yeah, it looks like Crest kind of getting in there, trying to be that, getting back. He came back a couple games ago and kind of getting him some reps there, just trying to get him in football shape. And it's as we see there, and they're going to be trying to kick another field goal here. And I will say we do need to watch. I think this is this is a team that's going to be a thorn in the center side until they kind of pull that thorn out and kind of use it against the Blackhawks, which they did a couple years ago. And it's just going to take some time that we get as that ball's going to be up. And I do look for
off an upright.
Oh man, off the upright, and that's going to be no good. We almost had the double doink there. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, Cody Parkey, who? What? Where? Sorry, we had the Hall of Famer over here with us. I think he's probably a Bears fan, being from Chicago. I didn't want to bring up any PTSD there. I tell you what, guys, we look at that. We're going to be coming back next week to home against a good Paoli team, and we'll talk about that now, I guess. Before we still on the post-game show, we can kind of do the here and now. So, when you take a loss like this on the road, Hunter, and you got a team that beat this team, what do you got? What's that Tuesday practice looking like?
You know, I think these guys are going to kind of maybe drill down into some more of the film and work on some more of their things as far as footwork. You notice that our defensive line and both of our offensive line are doing a little bit of cut blocking just because they know that they're outsized. So I look for us to do that, and then I also look for our wide receivers to take a few more reps as they go through practice next week, just being able to get their hands on the ball, maybe sharpen up some of those routes and find better ways to get open. And also be able to secure that to where our QB can kind of maybe sit in the pocket a little bit longer.
There's the kickoff,
That's
and it's
a
out
nice
wide. That's
return by Wyatt Wallace.
He's still rolling. He's going to come out.
He is what a powerhouse
he is. And when he was in junior high, I would watch some games, and he would just intercept a ball and take off, and looked really, really like he's an athlete on both sides. You know, he's one of those guys that plays when you play linebacker, you can play anywhere on the field.
Yes.
And it is true. I mean, you think about it. You know, you look at a linebacker and just their pure build, they can do a lot of things. And Gavin Hunt's they're gonna stay in here for this final drive, and kind of help that, try to get maybe some run. I see Hudson Crass back there. I bet we're gonna see a heavy dose of him running here as he's gonna take the handoff and get about a yard. I tell you, that's something and that's just that explosiveness is. Spring Valley saying that they have the ball.
Yeah, he was
dead.
If you look at our line is 5-6 yards down the field, and Hudson has 4 linemen on him in the backfield.
Yeah.
So
that's part of them. That's part of their defense. They've been running that all night, and they did the same thing on film to Paoli. That's where you kind of see they bring those linebackers every time. So that's why when I mentioned earlier, if they could maybe drop back into
just
that
a little bit.
shotgun,
Yeah,
run a little drag there, release your tight end, and just throw it right behind them. Make them say, "Oh, we can't do that." See, there they go again. Yep. 2 more running backs,
and
2 more linebackers.
And then right there is that catch is made, and I believe that's Brown on the catch.
Yeah, I believe it's
there.
Brown on the far side,
and
23.
He's going to come up for another Aaron Shockey Farm Bureau Insurance first down here.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I look for us to see next week is a lot more short game.
Yeah.
Especially going against Paoli. I mean, we all know that they run a very similar offense to what we like to run. So we're gonna know that, especially from scout team and everything, as far as
Yeah.
our players playing and knowing how the offense works, being able
That
to
ball's
kinda
over the
play
middle
against
to
it.
Morrow, and it's
through
incomplete
Morrow's
there.
hands.
So with 56 seconds left there, the clock will be running here because it's a running clock, and the score 55-15 on the Eddie Gilstrap Slim Card Show scoreboard. Please stay tuned. We'll take a quick commercial break after the last play there on Music Mechanical Services post-game show here on West Washington Livestream, WWSR on YouTube this week, and we'll be able to kind of do our sweets and sours and thank everybody for getting out. As we're going to probably the second to last play here as we see
Ball's
Hunt's
up.
and it's up, and it's going to be
Did he catch it?
Nope, hit the
and
ground.
off the tips of his fingers, I think.
That's
and then
probably
to
going to be the
ground.
final play.
Yeah, as Hayden Morrow gets up there, and you're just kind of trying to play. You think and you know what? You can sit here and just kind of take that for what it is. You took your shot because it does not look like you're going to get the playoff there, and so that's how it'll end, 55-15. Senators fall here in French Lick, and they'll move to even on the season, 2-2. The Blackhawks will improve to 3-1, and the Blackhawks travel next week to are they to Crawford County next week? I believe. I think it may be. We'll find that on the post-game show, and the Senators, of course, will be home for homecoming and cheerleading night. Lots of action on that one.
There's a week before they go to Crawford.
Okay.
They're at they have Salem.
Oh, they're
at
doing
home
the
next
they're doing
week.
the Washington
Yeah,
County
the Washington
two-step.
County two-step. So
they're going to be down there. So the Lions will get to deal with them next week. So
yep.
So I believe they're in the Lions conference, aren't they?
No,
Or no, not conference. But they're sectional.
No, they're in the single A sectional.
Yeah, single A
that's west of us.
sectional. So
yeah, as we look and get to draw that up, but we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break from Music Mechanical Services. We'll come back with the post-game show.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
Welcome back to the West Washington live stream here in WWSR simulcast on YouTube tonight. As we've got unfortunately a loss for the Senators here, 55-15. It's not been a game that was ever really out of doubt for Springs Valley. They started off so hard defensively. They started off so going. I mean, if I'm going to start off my sour, that's probably it. Is the start? It just was. Chamberlain just was above everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's something we couldn't contain him. That's my sour for the night. My sweet, I will say, is I do like the fight we had in the second half. I thought it was something that we kind of came out with a different game plan and kind of got the ball moving.
My sour for the night, the Senators go out and really take one on the nose tonight, 55-15. Just really couldn't get the offense going. Didn't have a defensive answer for Christian Hamilton. Just couldn't really get anything going
Chamberlain,
tonight.
I kept trying to call him Chamberlain. It's Hamilton. I'm
It's
so
Hamilton.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Just couldn't
I
really
called
get
him Burr.
just really couldn't get anything going, and it's a hard place to come in and play. I mean, Death Valley here in French Lick, hard place to play. Playing on that Bermuda grass that has that sand surface. We got some water today, so just kind of hard place to play. So that's my sour. My sweet is next week we're back at home.
Ooh, yeah.
I love those friendly confines of Art Sanders Field there at West Washington. So that's always a plus when we get to go home.
Handsome Hunter Holiday, what you got, sir?
I'm going to say, obviously, our sour for the night. We're down 55-15. Rolling into that, I'm also going to say that one of our sours was, it's always tough to go through this. So I think a lot of these guys, like we talked there at the beginning of the first half, we kind of slowed down. It was a little bit of a check for our basically a gut check for us. You know, these kids they haven't really faced anybody of this quality yet. And I look for that to move forward. Going into next week, we're going to see some more quality like that. So that's a little bit of my sour. I'd like to see these boys come out next week with a little bit more enthusiasm. Even if we are rolling into that and we're kind of bouncing back from a loss here, I hope we come out and definitely capitalize and focus more on that. Now, my sweet, y'all are going to love this one.
All right.
My sweet is we didn't have a single fumble tonight.
Oh,
that is correct.
There you go.
We had some interceptions, and I think in the turnover department, I think it's maybe 2-2.
Yeah.
I apologize. My official stats were stolen by our assistant statistician. He actually left and went in, and he's having his own party right now.
That's going to be one of my sweets for tonight is that we did not have any fumbles. Yeah. Now, I will say my other sweet is, like you said, Brad, the second half would come out. And that's something that we've seen a lot this year is the second half. I don't know what Coach Lowry tells them in the locker room or what it is.
I don't know. Can we say it before the game maybe? Next week especially.
Yeah. Maybe something that we need to work on there.
Can we get one of those anvils and like have Pat McAfee like just
bang on it?
You know?
Yeah.
So here on the Busick Mechanical Services post game heat, I'm gonna say the full name, Busick Mechanical Service Heating and Cooling post game.
There you go.
I'm gonna throw the H and the C in there for them. We appreciate them a lot because we're getting to that time of the year as the leaves start to turn, the air gets kind of cool.
Everybody's checking that furnace, making sure it's running, and then when it's not, Busick Mechanical Services is the place to call.
It's the place to call. We do want to thank all of our awesome sponsors. Craig, can you name them all?
Yeah,
for
so
us?
Jamie Sullivan with Raymond James is our pregame sponsor. Washington County Community Foundation is our halftime sponsor. Of course, Busick Mechanical Services is our postgame sponsor. Ryan Batt with United Producers. Gilstrap Motors sponsors our scoreboards. Salem Sports Cards also sponsors our scoreboards.
October 26th at the Salem Armory. Come see us.
Yeah. Lynx Clothing and Shoes, Michael Long with American Family, the Washington County Substance Abuse Council, along with Aaron Shockey with Farm Bureau Insurance. So,
and hopefully we'll see next week. We can say Aaron's name a lot. We're doing well. Guys, I thank you so much for this. I know it takes a lot of work to put in this program, especially when we're on the road and coming back, and I hope that everybody has a great weekend. There's a lot of stuff, and hopefully the centers kind of take a moment of some self-reflection, kind of reset. The season's not over. We're just in that tough part, and sometimes it's so dark right before you get to the dawn of this because, you have a big game next week against Paoli, and then you're going to turn around and you got a lot of games that are winnable to finish the season. The Paoli game's winnable, but you have to play perfect.
Yeah.
That's one thing you're going to hear me talk about, and that's play perfect. I've brought it up in years past, Craig. I've said it's a play perfect kind of game, and that's what we've got to do. And we got to tighten a lot of things up and get a lot of personnel back out there, and I have faith that we can do that, and our coaches are going to work hard. But from everybody here at West Washington Livestream WWSR simulcast on YouTube, I'm Brad Mills with Triple H himself, Handsome Hunter Holiday over here, and Craig, the all-knowing Akers over here. Thank you, and God bless you guys, and have a great weekend.